Good morning, Soapbox Nation, or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're listening from. Hey, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Thank you for joining me for episode 103 of Soapbox Daily. Today being hump day, hey, happy hump day to you. It's midweek again, folks, and I hope you're having a good week so far. I hope you're keeping your integrity in check. I hope you're being the positive change the world needs, onwards and upwards moving forward. Hey, we could do it one step at a time, but we all need to get on board. So keep an eye on that integrity and be the best positive change, be the best positive influence, be the best person you can be. And eventually we'll get to where we want to be in this world. So today we're talking about, and this is the thing because, hey, it's the holiday season. It's the crazy season. It's the time when a lot of people do lots of spending, lots of gift purchasing. It's a good time for some, sad time for others. But today in the studio to hopefully cheer you up, I have my little puppy, and she's joining us for today's show. Yes, she is an awesome little puppy. She's a Pomeranian and Papillon mix, and wow, what a cutie, what an attitude. So if you hear her in the background, that is what you're hearing, because she is currently on my desk as I do my episode today. So let's get into today's topic. So today's topic is holiday season scams and you. Now, unfortunately, yes, for most people, the holiday season is a time for giving. But for fraudsters and scammers and the scum, it is time for taking. It's unfortunate. I feel bad for these people. I don't know why they're so miserable in life. I don't know how they got some justification that it's okay to, scam other people out of hard-earned money and hurt their lives and ruin them. And it's baffling. I don't understand how these scammers can sleep at night. And may karma come and smack them upside the head, each and every one of them. Hopefully they smarten up and stop these scams and actually go out and get a real job and earn an honest day's pay. That's all I'm saying. So again, as always, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Please check us out at getoffmysoapbox.com for information on all our shows in the FAQ section. So let's get into some things today. Here's the things we're going to get into today because, we got to discuss some holiday scams that you should look out for. Now, let's go with the golden rule when it comes to scams. Golden rule when it comes to scams is this. If it seems too good to be true, it's not. Plain and simple. If it seems too good to be true, it's not. There's no free money. There's no giving away stuff. There's always going to be a catch. Somebody's always going to want something. So you just always have to be aware of that. Somebody's going to want something from you in some way or another. Nothing's free in this world, folks, unfortunately, until we get our act together and get rid of money and get rid of greed. Somebody's going to want something. So here's some 12 popular holiday scams you should stay on the lookout for the holiday season. So counterfeit merchandise. This you'll see a huge flashy, the discount ads, they just look fabulous. They redirect you to a website that looks like the legitimate website, but be careful, it's most likely a fake. Another one is selling goods and services online. You're going to see things sold online, and if it's not an actual well-known website, be wary about it. Be wary about who you give your payment information to and your credit card information, because chances are you might not get that product you think you're ordering, and you've just given your banking information, your credit card information, all that stuff to somebody that's going to charge whatever they want, run it up, sell that information. Just be careful. Deal with reputable websites, the big ones, eBay, Amazon, etc. Don't go directly giving out credit card information if you can avoid it. Go through a PayPal or some sort of online service that you can trust and use their services to pay for stuff. If you can avoid giving away credit card numbers or debit card numbers directly online, do that. But also make sure they're reputable websites. Crypto investments. Now, I'm sorry, but the cryptocurrency bubble has bursted, my friends. It's gone. It's been a rough few months. This year's been rough for crypto, but people are still trying to convince people it's still time to invest. That the next rise in crypto values is going to go up. I call BS, really. I mean, I'm invested in some crypto, and I'm not holding my breath. Don't be fooled for these scams. Crypto investments, stay away from it. It's a slippery slope even when you know what you're doing. Romance scams. Now, I have had friends that have get screwed over by romance scams because people are lonely this time of year, and you really got to be careful about that because this can happen all year round, but can be more effective during the holidays. Somebody with a fake identity online lures you into a web of lies spun with loving messages and sweet promises. The fraudsters play on your emotions to maximize their payday over time. I had a buddy that had a girl move in with her kids with him for a year to set up the perfect scam to rip him off completely. Cleaned out the house. A long-term con. Crazy, but it happens. So, along the lines of selling goods and services online shopping, just got to be careful. Research before you buy. Whenever possible, exchange goods in person, or, you just got to be careful when you go about doing it. And not only that, even when you do things in person, that's also scary too, because you never know what kind of person you're going to meet. So, as I said, with online shopping, stick with reputable people, reputable companies, reputable businesses that you know and trust or have been recommended by friends. Be careful about that one. Emails and texts, believe it or not, are still an ongoing big scam. Okay. Now, here's with my original rule. If it's too good to be true, it's not. Nothing's for free. Blah, 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 blah. If your house is in order, if your bills are in order, if your financial structure for payments, mortgages, everything else is in order, you're not going to get an email. You're not going to get a text. Okay. If you miss a payment from a service, they're not going to bother with that stuff. They're going to call you. They're going to get on the phone and they're going to call you. And they're going to be able to provide enough evidence to prove who they are without asking you any personal information to be able to justify the reason why they're calling you. So, instead of if somebody calls you on the phone and says, hey, I am from the power company, you haven't paid your bill. Can you please give me this information and that information to verify it's you? Well, no. That's when you turn around and say, oh, you're from the power company. Oh, okay. How about I ask you some questions to verify you are who you are before you start giving personal information like, pet names and mother's maiden name and family friend, all this secret question defaults that you usually go for. Ask whoever's calling some stuff about that they should know about you to validate who they are. You're not being judged. They should know who you are before you have to give out information. Secret Santa is a big one. Gift exchanges on social media can seem like a fun activity. You only send one gift and receive multiple in returns. Bull. I'm going to say again, nothing's for free. However, this exchange collects some of the personal information and also hides a pyramid scheme where only those on top profit. Yeah, careful about that. Prize notifications. Congratulations, you got a random call out of nowhere that you won millions of dollars, a fancy car or a free cruise. Or heck, Prince maybe from Nigeria or something like that. From Nigeria wants to actually give you money again. He's back. The caller just needs your personal information and a small fee before processing the prize. Again, BS. Don't give any money. Don't give any personal information. Be secretive about it. Emergencies are a big one during the given season because holiday season, nobody wants to, be people giving, right? So somebody makes some BS things about a supposed loved one that has an emergency and needs help. Please send money, blah, blah, blah. Again, BS. Because especially somebody you don't remember or don't know, or you can't, it's a long lost relative. No. Gift cards are another popular and convenient way to give a gift. Yes, but they can also be used and considered as cash. So be careful about that. Gift cards are not meant for payments, and no legitimate business or organization will request them. They are a way that scammers can get money without being traced. So don't be paid with gift cards. Go to the store, pay with a gift card. That's one thing. The whole online thing, again, it's a scam. Identity theft, make sure you keep your wallet on your person and cover your PIN at all times when you're putting it in at the actual checkouts. Remember not to share passwords or provide personal information. You got to be careful about all this stuff. Be meticulous about hiding this information from the public. Consider yourself a spy and just be careful about that. Identity fraud, that's a big one because the more bits of information that they get, and here's one of the big points I want to say also with the holiday season is if a fraudster gets a hold of your personal information, is going on a shopping spree using your name, you need to act fast. Contact your financial institutions, put stops on all your credit cards. Keep an eye on your financial house to make sure that the spending you're doing is your spending and no one else is taking care of that, because they can get information like different ways. And you should keep an eye on stuff like suspicious activity on financial statements, unauthorized activity on your credit report, letters approving or declining applications you did not authorize, rerouted mail that you forgot about going somewhere else and somebody else is getting their hands on it, bills from service providers that you do not use. Your personal information could be compromised as well as a part of a database breach. You got to be careful about that, so stay meticulous. I'm not saying walk around being paranoid, especially during the holiday season. Just be very careful out there. Keep an eye on everything that's intertwined that makes your life structured as it is. If you already have your house in order, there's no reason people are going to call you or reach out to you for any reasons. And if it's a legit reason, they're going to be able to back it up who they are. Don't fall for that bleeding heart story. Don't fall for that scam. Oh, I need this, I need that, or my family this, my family that, or we're on the street. You're going to get all these sob stories, and that might sound cruel, but unfortunately, there are scammers and fraudsters that like to play on people's feelings. And for the most part, people are good. But there are those bad apples out there. Those toxic slime people that are fraudsters and scammers that don't care. They have no empathy. They're sociopaths. There's something wrong with them. They need help. Don't fall victim to them. Enjoy your holiday season. Just be careful out there. As I said, if it's too good to be true, it's not, and nothing is for free. So that's about it for today. Hey, I know this is going a little longer, but I think it's important, especially for the older folks, because you know what? Even myself, I've fallen for some of these convincing things to a certain degree. Everybody has. They do a really good job, and they're really ramping it up. They're relentless. But don't be a victim to it. Enjoy your holiday season with your friends and family, and holiday cheer and all that fun stuff. So be vigilant. Put yourself on alert when it comes to the holiday season until we get through to past the new year. All right, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. I want to thank you very much for tuning in for episode 103 of a Soapbox Daily. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to wrap it up for today, and I will see you next episode.